being yet another development here that's coming in from Pakistan. This being the Lahore High Court Bar Association has decided now not to give a lawyer to Kulbhushan Jadhav in the case of his appeal there. Our Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan getting us further inputs. This being yet another shocker there, Geeta, that's come in.
Well, that's a huge development. To deny a lawyer to anybody is absolutely not, and when they take oath of office, when they become a part of the bar, they cannot refuse legal aid to anybody. But here the Lahore High Court Bar Association together has come out and unanimously decided that they are not going to provide any legal aid or counsel to Kulbhushan Jadhav. In itself is a huge blow. While India is seeking consular access even to get in touch with this man who is in an undisclosed location, nobody knows where he's been kept. On the other hand, we are seeing that even while the consular access is not being given and India is seeking justice for him and fair trial, the Lahore High Court Bar Association has already decided not to give him any give him any counsel or legal aid. That in all probability would mean a huge blow, given that then the Pakistani administration will force somebody to fight his case, if at all it comes to that. And if that is the case, then we know which way the entire judgment will go. So there is no chance of a free and fair trial for Kulbhushan Jadhav in Pakistan.
Well, this being yet another shocking development. Remember, this is an outright defiance of what the Geneva Convention states as well, in providing a free and fair trial to any given citizen who's been nabbed in another country or taken in another country. Geeta, please stay focused on the breaking inputs that we'd gotten in the decision that has been taken by the Lahore High Court Bar Association. Believe it or not, they've unanimously here decided not to give a lawyer to Kulbhushan Jadhav in the case of his appeal. Shocking developments, of course, they're coming in, but looking at Pakistan, the manner in which Pakistan has dealt with the case, one would think that it is along expected lines. What options here does India really have? One, having denied him consular access with 13 requests that were sent in the past, 14th request now being sent after the rewarding of the death sentence there to him, and now this decision by the Lahore High Court Bar Association. Our Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan, who's been tracking these developments with further updates. Geeta, now to focus now on how not just shocking this development is, but also being an open violation of international laws in denying a person a lawyer.
Well, that's right. Denying a person, any person, lawyer and counsel is absolutely in contravention of the whole oath of office that they take when they pass their bar examinations. And right now, Lahore Bar Association coming out, Lahore High Court Bar Association coming out and deciding against giving aid and counsel to Kulbhushan Jadhav would mean there can be no hope for justice, given that, one, it is not in a civilian court, but in case it comes to a civilian court, even then, the Lahore High Court Bar Association has decided already to deny him justice. And the military court has already decided that he be sentenced to death. And the appeal period is only 60 days, where the army chief and the president are the two people who have a say. So while the entire matter is in a military court and has not reached a civilian court, even if India tries, it seems like from the word go itself, there is no justice that Kulbhushan Jadhav can get in Pakistan.
Stay on with us, Geeta, please. Getting in a voice here from Pakistan, journalist Jabbar Chaudhry with us. Thanks for being with us. In your view, the repercussions here that the Lahore High Court Bar Association could face in outright denying Kulbhushan Jadhav a lawyer?
We are getting information from Lahore High Court Bar Association in this morning. They convened a meeting and collectively, in a unanimous decision, they decided that the Kulbhushan Jadhav, who is involved in Pakistan, that sabotage activities and has given a death sentence from the military court. And the Lahore High Court Bar has unanimously announced that no lawyer will take its case if Mr. Yadav's case is being dealt or appealed in the Punjab province and Lahore High Court. Lahore High Court Bar Association is the representative of the lawyer which are practicing in Lahore High Court, and the jurisdiction is across Punjab. The jurisdiction of this bar association is only consists in the Punjab province, and the rest of the country's lawyers are still they had.
All right. So this, of course, just caters to one province. Decision here being taken. There could be a possibility, of course, that other bar association would come up in. Least possibility, though, that he could be provided a lawyer. But nevertheless, this is what the Lahore High Court Bar Association has decided to do. Please stay on with us. Getting in a word here from former ASG, Mr. Vikas Singh, with us on the phone line. Thanks for being with us, Mr. Singh. In your view, this is an absolute breach of international law in what is being decided by this Bar Association. There could be repercussions that they'd have to face on this decision.
Well, this actually shows that there is no rule of law in Pakistan, because if you see in our constitution, we right of an accused to be given a lawyer is actually a fundamental right. And in our country, if you see, Kasab was given the best of legal assistance, in spite of the fact that he was seen by everybody in that dastardly terrorist activity where so many people had died. And still the government of India provided him the best legal facility. So this kind of attitude that the Lahore High Court Bar Association has shown clearly, establishes that they don't believe in the rule of law at all, and they feel that a person who has been firstly convicted in a very bizarre fashion, and secondly, if he wants to fight in the appeal, challenge his conviction.
Right.
Sort of assistance. It's a very sad day, and I think also India should take up diplomatically and also internationally, because if we don't protect our people like this, then we should also then do some counter.
Right, but Mr. Singh, why are we looking at a wait and watch, even from India's side, to decide to take this up at the ICJ as well? Knowing how Pakistan is going to be going ahead with this case, to immediately take this up with the ICJ? Mr. Singh? Okay, we're going to be getting in more voices here on this, having disconnected on that. But that's the decision having been taken by the Lahore High Court Bar Association in unanimously deciding to not provide a lawyer to Kulbhushan Jadhav's case. This, of course, would pertain only to the Punjab province in Pakistan. The Ministry of External Affairs once again reiterating that they have sought consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav, who's been denied that access 13 times in the past already. A renewed request there, and the MEA categorically stating that Kulbhushan was kidnapped, framed, and is actually innocent, is an innocent civilian, not a spy. The government, though, continues to build pressure on Pakistan for Kulbhushan Jadhav's release. A huge support here that's pouring in from across the country and certain sections of the global community as well.
Kulbhushan Jadhav is a kidnapped innocent Indian who is a retired officer of the Indian Navy. And these two facts, that he is an Indian and he is a retired officer of the Indian Navy, were communicated to Pakistan 1 year ago, more than a year ago, when the matter of his custody, illegal custody, if I may say so now, came to our light.
मैं तैयारी कर रहा था, एनडीए का कर रहा था, सीडीएस का कर रहा था, इस चीज का तैयारी कर रहा था, किसी की वजह से फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम की वजह से सर ने पूरा हेल्प किया था, मैं मेरिट की वजह से आउट हो गया था।
कुलभूषण जी ने आपको बहुत हेल्प किया।
मेरे दोस्तों को ऑफिसर के लिए हेल्प किया था। मैं बचपन से उनके यहाँ पे आता हूँ, लॉन्ड्री का कपड़ा देने के लिए आता था, हमेशा मैं उनके घर पे रात को खाना खा के जाता था।
We are not asking you to come down or come up or go sideways. We are saying hand him over, otherwise we are going to break your country. That is what, in my opinion, the government should do. Government has said we will not, there is no restriction on us if you do anything to him.
Location and the health situation of Sri Jadhav is not known to the government of India. The details has not been provided by the government of Pakistan. This is a very diplomatic situation. Pakistan is doing unfriendly act with India.
These are statements being made by Pakistanis, functionaries, present and past. Even Kasuri has made certain statements. But I am absolutely convinced beyond an iota of doubt, all these are afterthoughts. Even the Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif had no clue whatsoever about the trial of this Indian.
I believe India should continue to protest strongly and in a sustained manner, including through diplomatic channels and at the highest level, to ensure Kulbhushan Jadhav's remission of sentence, cancellation of sentence.
Expect the US or anybody else to do the heavy lifting would be absolutely erroneous. What the government of India needs to really concentrate upon is mobilizing those sections of the Pakistani society, and there are substantive number of people out there who believe that this death sentence is wrong, try and build up public opinion within Pakistan and internationally in order to see that Kulbhushan Jadhav is brought home.
पूरे मामले को लेकर फैमिली का क्या कहना है?
We are in different. Actually, sky has collapsed from in the house. What action will we going to take? You know, we are totally in the deep sorrow.
We totally agree that. But then, sir, what is your plea to government now? The government is uniting together. All Indians are united together, and they are demanding a kind of way out at diplomatic level. What is your plea or request to government? What do you plead to government?
No, actually government is doing good things. I'm proud about it. They are doing it. No, all opposition leaders, even MIS and all the Mansis and all government. Even Sushma Swaraj also spoke very nice about it. What sort of relief they are come to know. And Rajnath Singh also spoke very high about it.
Yes.
Even opposition leader also talked. So I'm got some relief, no? At least we get chance, we bring the God.
You have high hopes from Prime Minister Narendra Modi?
Yes, pardon, he is also, hello, beg your pardon?
I'm saying you have high hopes from Prime Minister Narendra Modi?
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely I got.
Yeah. Sir, the kids of Kulbhushan, they are almost young, and they all might be expressing something. If you can just share what they say.
No, what do you want to say?
I'm saying the kids of Kulbhushan, one daughter and one son, they are almost now young, and they are realizing what is happening. So,
they're studying, they're in college, they're studying.
Yes.
Yeah, they're young.
Wife of Kulbhushan is all well, fine right now?
Yeah, actually there is sorrow, actually, all private, what I to explain to you.
I know, I agree.
We are in that, everybody is weeping like a child,
I know.
You should understand.
And he was beloved of mother, father, and everyone out there.
Of course, he is my elder brother, son. He is just like my son.
Yes, no? I know. I completely agree.
Will be happen to me.
And a follow-up here on this, on what has been decided by the government of India and wanting to quietly move ahead with curbs on visas for Pakistani nationals visiting India, starting first with artists, singers, actors, the first group to be singled out there, because that would create maximum impact with their visibility. The initial idea to block all visas, of course, for Pakistani national sources saying, deciding to test the waters by first targeting high visibility group there. Multiple reactions that have been coming in. Several, of course, agree, saying this is the right way forward. General Raj Qadian, who had spoken to us earlier, take a listen in.
Yes, India has very rightly taken a very strong position in the case of Kulbhushan Jadhav, that in case they go ahead with the execution of Kulbhushan Jadhav, then Pakistan will have to bear consequences. There are various methods that can be adopted. Cutting down on the visa, which is the issue under discussion, is one of the methods. Reduction of trade, cutting down on visas, cutting down cultural. So I think the people who will be really affected on humanitarian grounds are the families where relatives are stretched across the border. And as per the ex-High Commissioner of Pakistan who was in Delhi, his figures are that India takes 70% of the visas, Pakistan only takes 30%. So these are symbolism. Who actually loses, artists can do without it, but the families will be hurt more. Yes, artists will be hurt, both sides, cultural exchanges, singers, sports people, all this will be hurt, but I think they need to be hurt. That is how Pakistan will feel the pinch.
That being, of course, just one of the reactions. Several voices have spoken up on this decision. People from the film industry partially agreeing with this, of course, but some stating that there also needs to be a severing of trade ties with Pakistan, which would have a far deeper impact on Pakistan.